Hello, my name is Kerrioth, and today we're going to take a look at some tasty rules for the Necron destroyers. So there's a little bit of information here, a little bit of background for those of you not familiar with the destroyers, although I'm sure you'll have done a little bit of research given that there's been a shed load of them shown off, gone from basically you could have the destroyer, the heavy destroyer, or the destroyer lord, to 4 different subsets of destroyer, complete with their respective HQ versions. So let's take a quick glance. As they say, Warhammer 40k Indomitus introduced a number of brand new units for the Necrons, 2 of which belong to the Destroyer Cult, the Skorpek Lord and the Skorpek Destroyers. With more destroyers on their way soon in the new codex, thought it was the perfect time to investigate more about the nature of the Destroyer Cult and why some Necrons fear it to be a curse that will ultimately doom them all, along with some rules. So, Rise of the Destroyer Cult. This is the thing I find quite interesting because, as I say, before, there wasn't like a whole different bunch of them. You had the lads on the floaty platforms, and that was it. This is a significant departure from what we've had in the, in the last ever for Necrons. So, the Necrons of the Destroyer Cult are hate-fueled harvesters of the living, obsessed with the eradication of all sentient beings. I'm not really sure what makes that different to literally anything else in 40k, but it's fine. The murderous insanity of the Destroyers drive their every thought. They task the Cryptex with modifying their bodies to turn themselves into optimised killing machines. I mean, we've all had weekends like that, haven't we? Quite what first caused some Necrons to show the defining degradation of psyche upon reawakening from their slumber, none can truly say. However, considering that Destroyer cults have emerged on seemingly every tomb world, it appears to be a common flaw, and disturbingly so. Worse still, its touch is spreading faster through Necron society than ever before, and some who never previously showed any signs are now succumbing to the affliction. I like that little like tidbit there, because that provides a really nice foundation for if you want to just go all destroyer. If you want to make like a mad destroyer army that's a bunch of Skorpeks and Locusts and Phidians and stuff, and just go wild with destroyers, you can, and it would be fine. It would be acceptable. It would be within like the bounds of the newer lore, which is awesome. I like the way they've done that. So they stand apart from the Necron phalanxes, who are so unquestioningly obedient to the nobility, for their madness is such that they answer to no one. On the battlefield they are utilised as brutal shock troops, not so much commanded as unleashed upon their prey. Yet even this act is not done so lightly, for once all their organic victims lie slain, who then will the destroyers turn their insatiable murder lust upon? Insatiable murder lust. That's that decent band. That's not a real band. I've just made that up. That's just me being dumb. So, in the new codex, the Destroyer Cult has branched out into 4 distinct types: the blade-wielding Skorpeks, the subterranean segmented Ophidians, the gunfighting Hexmarks, which, by the way, are easily the most mental of the destroyers because they've got 6 guns. Which is just ludicrous. Gunslinging destroyers, what? And the floating weapons platforms that are the Locust. As you'd expect from a mass murder machine, each form of destroyer is brutally effective in its chosen form of death dealing, though they also share a common ability that gives them an additional edge when making attacks. So, by the look of it, this applies to each version of the destroyer. So hardwired for destruction, each time a model in this unit makes an attack, reroll a hit roll of 1. Cool, that's a nice shared, tied together thing. What's more, the damage output of destroyer units is even more consistent when in range of their alphas, the fallen nobles that are Skorpek Lords and Locust Lords, thanks to the United in Destruction aura ability. That makes me very happy, because that confirms that the original Destroyer Lord, the floaty platform Destroyer Lord, is still a thing. The Locust Lord it's just the newer version of that, and I'm super happy that is still a thing that exists. I was really hoping that it wouldn't go away, because the Destroyer Lord is a really interesting, like a really interesting thing in the context of like the issue that destroyers have, that kind of degradation of self, that just insane capacity and desire to kill living things. That combined with being nobility is a really fun narrative thing, and it's just a cool thing to have on the tabletop. So the fact that there is Locust Lords, I'm super happy about that. So, they have the United in Destruction aura ability. So, while a friendly Dynasty Destroyer cult unit is within 6 inches of this model, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, reroll a wound roll of 1. Nice. Nice. So, if you picked up Indomitus or the Elite or Command Edition starter sets, you'll not be very familiar with the devastating killing power of Scorpay Destroyers. If you saw a mega preview, you'll have also seen the datasheet for the Ophidian Destroyers. Yep, they were cool. But you've yet to see the grievously powerful weaponry with which the souped-up Lokhust Heavy Destroyer will be decimating its hapless prey. I am assuming that this kit builds the Heavy Destroyer, the Standard Destroyer, and the Destroyer Lord. I really don't think that we're just going to get like the Lokhust Heavy Destroyer and then not see replacements for the other 2 versions. That would be bizarre. That would be totally weird. They've replaced everything else. So why would they not replace that? I'm assuming at some point we will get another like model reveal where we'll see the standard version of this and the Lord version. I mean, given the trend with the Scorpay Destroyers, I mean, is the Lord going to be even chunkier? Because this lad's already got a bit of... He's got a bit of girth. Let's be honest. What is a Scorpay Destroyer Lord going to look like? It's going to be massive, surely. Or, well... I don't know, should he be? Or should he just be the same size, probably? Probably just the same size, let's be honest. But still, it's going to be interesting to find out. So, the Heavy Lokhust Destroyer. We have the Enmitic Exterminator with a range of 36 inches. Heavy 3d3, so obviously a minimum of 3 shots with a maximum of 9. Strength 7, AP -1, damage 1. That's pretty decent, and it's blast. Like it. What I really like, though, is the Gauss Destructor. Whatever. I've never known how to pronounce that, and every time I pronounce it one way, I get told it's a different way, so I've just given up. Range, 36 inches, type Heavy 1, Strength 10, AP -4, damage 3d3. So once again, we've got a minimum there of 3, but a potential maximum of 9 damage off that gun. The gamble is real, but it's also so fun. I really like that. Genuinely, I like the capacity there for either, oh, that was okay, compared to, oh, that was absolutely horrendous, and you now have a massive hole in the thing I was shooting at. I like that a lot. So, Destroyers in Crusade, if you are building up to doing a Crusade campaign kind of thing, then there's some cool stuff in here. So like the slow decay of the self. It is perilous to fight alongside the Destroyer Corps for too long unless their nihilistic madness find purchase within the personality engrams of formerly stable Necrons. Purchase this requisition after a battle in which your Crusade army contained 1 or more units with the Destroyer Cult's keyword. Select 1 Lord or Overlord model that was also part of that army. Remove that model from your order of battle and replace it with a Destroyer Cult character model from the same dynasty. You cannot purchase this requisition if doing so will cause your total power level to exceed the supply limit. But the newly added Destroyer Cult character model starts with the same number of experience points as the character it replaced and immediately gains the appropriate number of battle honours for its rank. I really like that. That's a nice kind of thematic shift. It's a nice narrative thing of your guy just getting nibbled away at by the madness of the Destroyer Cult. Quality. And then there's also the Crusade Battlescar Mindless Reaper. Whatever dregs of personality or intellect is being possessed or draining away, replaced by their mechanistic obsession, Jesus, with Endless Slaughter. When a model in this unit makes an attack, you can reroll the hit roll. In your shooting phase, each time this unit is selected to shoot, models in this unit can only target the closest enemy unit. And in your charge phase, each time this unit declares a charge, you can only select the closest enemy unit, excluding aircraft, as the target of that charge. Really leaning into the desire for murder there. I'm liking it. I'm liking this new emphasis on the Destroyer stuff, because it's these little things that make the Necrons so much more interesting than they otherwise would be. This kind of slow assault on what would otherwise be stable Necrons, this kind of encroaching issue of the Destroyers and the flayed ones as well. All these little things that kind of add up to make them more than just murder bots and Actually, well, I mean, technically, it's making them more murder bots than they would otherwise be, but that's the thing that makes it interesting for me. And the fact that we now have just full-on confirmation that there's going to be a Locust Lord just makes me super happy. Now I just want to know what's happening with the models. That's what I'm interested to see. Are we just going to have this one guy in one kit and you need to buy 3 to make a squad of 3 destroyers? Or is it going to be a little bit different? I don't know. It'd be interesting to find out. I'd be weird if they did go that route because the Scorpec stuff, 3 Scorpec destroyers is 1 box. So, I'm not sure. We're going to have to wait and see. Either way, I'm liking the way they're going. The Mythic Exterminator is fun, but the Gauss structure is hilarious and I like it a lot. So yeah, there you go. Bit more information on the Necrons, a bit more information on their rules, and I'm loving the Destroyer focus. Absolutely loving it. Let me know what you think of all that in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all the things, Patreon, video, subscribe, all that stuff. Click it if you like it, don't click if you don't want to. And as always, there is an affiliate link in the description for Element Games, which you can use to support the channel if you would like. I leave it in your capable hands. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.